Year. Happy New Year. I'm back. I'm so grateful for all the people that were able to see this makeup look. I'm just gonna keep a few things away, but I'm back, guys. I'm fully back. I did this makeup look on live like an hour ago, and I just showed you like every single step that I did to get to this look. I'm back because we're not done, you know? Thank you guys for being consistent, for watching the PDSG TV. I am very, very grateful for you guys. I'm actually going to start with like things I'm grateful for before going into like don't shrink your dream and enlarge your fate. I'm very grateful for all the people that have been sharing our videos, and for the people that just like enjoy doing this with us. I really enjoy it, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. It's really beautiful. And so previously I did a video showing you guys how I use this palette on my eyes, and it was just really beautiful to do. Like I learned so much about doing this. But yeah, I'm very happy I was able to use LA colors because I've always wanted to do this for a long time, but only now I've been able to actually do it. Yeah, so let's get into this video. This video is like, it's really for those people who are like new year, new me, and they have a new year resolution. I read it before the new year because I wanted to like, you know, jumpstart into the new year with like the right mentality. So I'm doing a book review of Don't Shrink Your Dream, Enlarge Your Fate. And this is by Terri Savelle. So she's like, I think she's like American, born in America, but she also speaks French, because she's French. You can tell by her name. And I love like her ministry so much because it's just like so impactful. The first time I actually watched one of her videos was when it came up on Instagram and she was wearing like a pink outfit. And in case you guys don't know, my favorite color is pink. A lot of my things are pink or fuchsia, but yeah, a lot of my things are pink. So that's my favorite color. And she was talking about how you have not written the book that you were supposed to write. Like what is gonna happen when like before you die and you realize you didn't write the book that God put in your heart. You didn't open the dance studio. I've never heard someone say you didn't open the dance studio that God told you to open. And when she said that, I was like, well, I was like, I cannot even like pretend that like this is like so big. She was saying so many things I could relate to, and I was like, how is this so specific to what God has been putting in my heart? So that was so interesting. I was like, whoa, like this does not happen every single day. I'm just clearing up as well, guys, from the past video, just clearing up. But I was like, I don't think this happens where people are very like so in line with what God wants you to do for your life. And it's like she gave so many different tips that I was like, I need to get my life together and just like make sure I'm like faithful in the little things. Because how can you think about running a company if you're not faithful in the little things? Like how can you think about guiding others to do the job you want them to do if you're not self-disciplined? So like she made me think about those things, and that's how I also got the book. It's so good. But I have all the things I took like notes of all the things I want to say today. So if y'all can just join me and be excited with me, because I feel like I've learned so many things. Also at church, one thing before going to like all the things I've learned, before going to that, there's something I learned at church that was so good. I think it's from the book of Philippians 2:3. Do nothing out of selfish ambition, but be humble. Do nothing out of like conceit as well. Do not be conceited. Don't think about yourself, but think about others. But let's get into it. I've done my vision board. That's what you guys need to know. I've done my vision board. It's very personal to me. So unfortunately I wouldn't be able to share that particular vision board, but I have a few others I'm gonna do. And by God's grace, I will be able to share it with you guys and do it together. Um First thing I learned from Terry, from this book, is to write it down. Write your dream. I think I've took it to another level where it's like I already have like my 5 to 10 goals, but I write my goals every single day right now. Like one of my goals that I'm able to share is that I'm trying to learn French, and I've really been taking my vocabulary really seriously. Like I have like a list of vocabulary that I try to go through every day. But one thing about like writing your goals every single day. So every single day, one of my goals is to write a sentence in French, a sentence that makes sense, a sentence about the day. And one thing, writing my goals every single day, like I need to like learn French and like that I've wrote it. Second point from the book that relates to writing it every single day is be clear. Because you could say I wanna save, I don't know, I wanna save $200 every single month. But if you're not like writing how much you spend on grocery shopping, how much you spend on going out with your friends, there is no way you're gonna be able to save $200 every single month. So be clear. And I also have the page from the book. Let me see. I'm gonna like share it with you guys. That is like talking about being clear. Um, it said when the vision is clear, the results will appear. And I've been way more clear with budgeting. Like before, I thought I was doing an amazing job. I was like, look at me, like, every week I aim for spending this amount of money on grocery shopping. Then one day, the realization came to mind. I was like, how many weeks do we have in a month? And I was like, okay, oh yeah, like we have 4 weeks, right? But then, depending on the day, it depends on which calendar you look like. But on certain calendar, if I was to shop every Monday, there's 5 Mondays in that month. If I was to shop like, and I realized if I was to shop like in a particular like day, like every Friday, there's 4 Fridays, then I'm meeting my goal of like my weekly budget for grocery shopping to be a certain amount. But if I keep moving days, it kind of affects how much I'm spending as well. So it's like being very clear that you've analyzed every single thing. Of course, you trust in God, but it's like I'm analyzing every single thing and I'm not leaving anything out. Guys, please do this too. It's so good. It's so good. And like she said, we tend to write some goals down and put them in a drawer, file, flash drive, or nightstand. Now you've got to keep them before your eyes. Find a photo of your dream house, your ideal body, your perfect vacation. Put your photo on the cover of a book or a magazine cover. Get pictures of the bedroom furniture you want. Sure, the wedding ring you love, the car you desire to drive. The car you desire to drive. I have a car. I know I want to drive. The outreach you want to start. Very clear. She's like, write it down. This also goes into another point. So I went to two points right now. Write it down and be clear. Be very clear about your goals. Like you need to write it down. Like I started budgeting in a way that I'm writing everything down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be shopping on this particular days, so I meet the 4 weeks budget. I am going to use this app. Like Ibotta is such a good app to like budget because it also gives you cash back for what you buy. But then I'm like, okay, what particular products can I get with this? It's a lot of different things. Okay, third point. I wrote it down for you guys. So, third point is 5 to 10 goals. And one thing I've learned from doing a vision board last year, I did a vision board last year, and I would say I wrote so many goals. And I wasn't very clear. And that's why this year I was like, okay, God, what have I done that was not really, working out? I was not clear with my goals. And also there were too many goals. I had way too many goals. And this year I'm really sticking to the 5 to 10. I'm more sticking to 5 goals, and really focusing on them each day. But also I love to do a lot of things at the same time, which means like in a day I need to find sections of my day which I'm focusing on one thing. Because normally how my brain really thinks like, how can I do 3 things at the same time? It's like I'm editing a video, but all of a sudden it's like I'm editing a video, then it's like I want to listen to a podcast, and then I want to do something else again. Like, I don't know, I want to learn a dance. I don't know, like that sounds like a lot of different things. How does those 3 things relate? But that's how my brain works. So now it's like focusing on one thing, focusing on one thing at a time, so that you can really help you achieve these goals. Um, and when she was talking about this, I was like, it's true. Like last year, like most the goals that like really came to pass, like I was really able to achieve, like moving to America, and like saving a tot amount of money, like a sum amount of money. It was because I was so clear with what I had to do, and that goal was one of the goals I was able to achieve. Um, Moving here to America, as well as I think I went to Paris. Yes, I went to Paris. That was one of my goals, but it was really like that one was a lot of planning. It was like, okay, I was like, I can either take the plane or take the train. Because if you guys know, we have the train in London, like we have the train that can take you to Paris in 2 hours. But it was about making it very clear. Okay, I want to go to Paris. Well, how much do I have to save for that ticket? How much do I have to save for the expenses? Where are we going to eat? Me and my friend planned all these things. It's like, where are we gonna eat? What? How much are we gonna spend? Like, how are we gonna make sure we're both within our budgets? And that those 2 goals really, they really came to pass. And then a third goal that I'm able to share from last year that actually came to pass was having godly friendships, because I noticed I wanted more Christian friends. And it was like, okay, how am I gonna get there? And stuff like that. And it was working through these different goals that I realized the ones that did not really happen was because there was a lack of stewardship. I wasn't like stewarding my gifts really well, or I wasn't really, really clear about like how will I overcome obstacles? How will I overcome challenges? But also, there's another thing I need to say before moving to the fourth point. Um, Even though you put a goal on your vision board and it didn't come to pass, that does not mean you give up on your goal because it hasn't come to pass. Like if God put it on your heart, do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. It's going to come to pass. Because like I think one of my goals was to grow on TikTok to like 100K followers. And you know what? Like that will eventually happen. But it's just like working towards like be faithful in little things. Am I posting consistently? Am I posting content that brings value and things like that? So I've been thinking about that a lot. So four was about your faith. Like if you don't have faith, how are you going to be able to achieve this dream? And I'm going to go to the exact page. Um, so faith make us sure of what we hope for and give us proof of what we cannot see. When you live by faith, it's like what she has been saying before, like put like pictures of things everywhere. Like if you don't have faith and if you don't have hope that things are gonna work out for your good, how is this gonna come up? If you don't have faith that this is gonna happen, like this big dream of yours to like, I don't know, move to another country, like start a business. If you don't have faith that this is gonna work out for your good, how is this dream gonna come up? And another thing she was talking about faith is that it comes by hearing God's word, listening to sermons, but like really like putting in the work to build up your faith. So it's more about building up your faith. Great. So number 5, to like don't shrink your dreams, enlarge your faith. Other ways to achieve your goal is to declare what you believe. So, for example, a goal of mine is to do more courses on LinkedIn, right? Um, but I do work full time, and it's like, where will I have the time? I am not saying that anymore. I'm not like saying, when will I have the time? Blah, blah. I'm like, God is making a way for me to like be consistent doing this. Like declaring things where you're like, I know I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm on a mission to develop my skills, so I will make more time to do like LinkedIn courses, you know? Just declaring things, because like there is power in what you declare, or declaring that this is my year of consistency, I'm on a mission. I love also the fact that she uses, I'm on a mission to do this, do that, etc., etc., etc. So it's like, I'm on a mission to do more LinkedIn courses, because this will help me to, like, I don't know, improve my job applications, improve different things. So that's been really good. So declare what you believe by faith. Like, you have to have faith that this is gonna happen. Like, it's not gonna happen if you do not have faith. Another thing is integrity. And I really like kind of like jump around. I was like trying to understand what people mean by integrity at first, because I wasn't really sure. Like, I've always thought about someone who has integrity as someone as someone that you can trust, right? But what I've learned from this book is that integrity is more about, it has more to do like the relationship between yourself. Like, if you set a goal, like a goal of, I'm gonna read 20 minutes every single day, and you don't do it, you have broken that promise to yourself. So that's what she was saying. She was like, if you don't do something, like when you, for example, you meet a friend, and like you're like, okay, we're gonna go have dinner at 6 p.m. and you guys meet at 6 p.m. That's you being responsible. But integrity is more about the promises we actually keep to ourselves. So I'm gonna read it from the book. I'm very excited. I think it's page 47 of the book. Um, she said the most important person to keep your promises to is yourself. Like, I agree so much in that. Like, that's how you build faith as well, and that's how you build a mentality that is like, I should be getting more, I should be able to, I don't know, like do great things, being great things, be in room with great people, because I have integrity. I keep promises to myself. If I said I'm not gonna watch TV, like when I come home, like first when I come home I'm gonna pray instead of watching TV. You're keeping that promise to yourself, and you did the prayer first and then watch TV. Do, you know, keeping promises to yourself. So that's the 6th point. The 7th point is more about habit building. And it's gonna tie into the 8th point. You guys are not gonna want to miss the 8th point. The 8th point is something that, even thinking about it, it's like, it's a lot of like discipline, but it's so powerful. So powerful. The prayer of the righteous is powerful and effective. It's so powerful. But 7 is about keeping habits, right? Having the right habits, like building the right habits. And she just talks about, for example, this is a great example that she made. She said that she prays every day, she exercises every day, and I think read every day, pray, read, exercise, 20 minutes every day. 20 minutes of each of those things, and it adds up to 10 hours monthly. So like, what you do, like the little things you do every day can add up to so much in a month. Like, that can make a huge difference, especially for people who have not like exercised every day for like, I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes. Imagine doing that every single day, and then in a month it adds up to 10 hours. I think that's pretty much great, especially the reading part, because I have been reading more in 2024, and I want to carry it over to 2025 and do better and read more as well. But number 8, which is the one I've been talking about, um, don't be average and your life won't be average. When I heard this, I was like, should I be offended? Like, am I living an average life? I was like, I could not understand. I was like, don't be average and your life won't be average. I'm gonna go to the page 65, because like I cannot just try to explain it to you guys without also like getting more into detail. Don't be average and your life won't be average. What is the average person doing? First, she started off with saying what the average person does every single day. So she was talking about like they watch 4 to 6 hours of TV a day. They don't read inspirational books for 20 minutes. They listen to music on their way to work. They don't listen to motivational podcasts. So she started saying everything that the average person does, right? Every single day. And it's all about in relation to the 7th point. Build habits that successful people do, like read, like pray, read, meditate, every single day, exercise, like reading an inspirational book, but like just doing things like focusing more on building your business if it's what you want. Like the thing I've noticed, like right now is holiday season, so of course I am watching TV, but I have definitely reduced the amount of TV I'm watching a day. So I would definitely say like think about it, about doing more of the things you want to do to like build what you want. Think more about that instead of just saying like, oh, my days, like I need to stop this, I need to stop that. Like I'm really thinking about like, okay, I need to be clear with my goals. I need to write them down every single day. But it's like, okay, what do I need to be consistent with? You know? And one thing I need to be consistent with is like watching analytics, learning more about the algorithm, stuff like that makes you like just be above average, because like not everyone is like looking or reading every single day or really writing the goals every single day. Like for me that's interesting. Nine. The ninth point is very like spiritual. Give me a second guys, need some tissue. Ah. The ninth point is so interesting. Like every time I think about the ninth point, I'm like, I already do it. But it revolves around fasting. And it's something I do. I pretty much do that as many times a week as possible. But what she said, I'm gonna try to go to the page. I believe it's page 71. And it says, fasting is truly a secret source power. And fasting is more about like killing the flesh and not working according to this flesh, but according to the spirit. And one thing I've learned about fasting is just like give you like focus. It gives you a lot of focus during the day. That it's just like it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like you might be tired, but you're more focused on what you're doing. And also when we do fast, like God does answer our prayers. I feel like it's more because we're submitting our flesh to Him. We're submitting our like desires to God, and God just has a way of listening to us. But God listens to us every time, every single time. But fasting break, I feel like for me is really like break strongholds. And another thing she told us from the book of Ezra 8:23. So we fasted and petitioned our God about this, and He answered our prayer. Like your prayer is answered during fasting. Like when you fast. So I'm gonna go back to like what I've said so far. This one last point, but it's like write down, be clear. 5 to 10 goals, have faith, declare what you believe, be someone of integrity, have established habits, don't be average, and your life won't be average. Fasting. And then the last thing, 10th thing, is you have the seed to produce what you hope for. So I really like went through this and just thought about you have the seed. And she in this point she was talking about monetary seed. Like sometimes like we're always like, God do this for us and do that for us. And if you guys read the book of Genesis 26, I think it's verse 12. Because I've went through Genesis 26 multiple times, and it talk about how there was famine in the land, and how Isaac gave a seed, and he had hundredfold. And it's so interesting. Like I just think about a scripture, and I'm always thinking like, okay, what charity can I give to? What ministry can I give to? Who is doing better than me right now? That I don't know. It's on YouTube. Is doing like I don't know something where it's like giving value and stuff like that. How can I give to their own ministry? But it's really like if you have the seed to produce what you hope for, and I feel like I had a testimony of doing that. I believe it was more for my scholarship, and so they paid me my scholarship, whatever, and then I was like, God, like I know you can do big things, so I'm asking for more money, like not like directly to them, but I was asking God for more money, so I planted the seed. I don't remember. It should be a memorable seed. But yeah, and I planted. I gave some money. I think it was to a charity, something like that. I have it written somewhere, and then God really worked in mysterious ways. And next thing you know, my scholarship, the people who were funding me, they're like, "Hey, we have more money to give you," and I was like, "What?" And yeah, God blessed me so much. So I do believe in all this principle. I know like some people are like sometimes they can't give me money, but I feel like seed time as well, giving your time to someone as well, helping out, doing charity work. I feel like that does translate, but I always go to what is biblically done. So that's like my whole review. That's everything I've learned from Don't Shrink Your Dream, Enlarge Your Fate. Like it's so good. Um, it's so good to have something like this. I feel like one thing I've also seen from people who are very successful, they're always mentored. They're always mentored from people that they want to be in position, like a similar position. So having this, like reading this whole book, I know it seems really light, but everything in it was just made so much sense, and I'm very like blessed to have it. Like go through it. Like I was going through it during like my lunchtime at work. I was going through it like at night, reading, praying, whatever. And it's so interesting. This year, I'm praying for the best year possible. It's only the 1st of January, but I'm praying that God really blesses us. And thank you guys so much for watching. This has been really amazing. If you have any book suggestions you guys want me to go through, guys, let me know. Because, like, I love reading. I've been reading way more. Going to the library a lot. I have been going to the library a lot, which has been really, really fun. So, yeah. If you guys have anything you guys want me to read, let me know. And also, like, I have this mini Bible that I bring with me everywhere. It's so cute. I need to show you guys because I was like, this design is 10 out of 10. Are we joking? This is 10 out of 10. So I'm very grateful for you guys staying through and being here with me. Happy New Year. I'm wishing you guys, you and your family, a happy New Year, a blessed year, because this is going to be a great year, a year of grace. Remember, do nothing in selfish ambition, but do everything in humility. And think about others, above yourself. Think about others. Because there's so much joy in sharing and like community. So yeah. And also, if you guys want to see again how this makeup was done, make sure to check the other video. It's really good. Check the other video. Love you. See you guys soon. This is the end of it.